Hello, my name is Lorenzo and I'm 24 years old. I want to tell you something very special today. Please listen to my full story. Don't skip. I promise this story will open your eyes. It will touch your heart. It may even change your life forever. Are you ready? Then please listen completely. This is not just a story. This is the truth about life, the truth about money, and the truth about rich and poor mindset. Let's begin. I was born in a very small town in Mexico. My family was poor. We lived in a small house with no water inside. We had no gas. We had one fan for the whole house. When it was hot, we just sat outside and hoped the wind would blow. My father worked all day in the sun. He earned only little money. My mother washed clothes for other people. Even then, we had no extra money for good food, new clothes, or school. Books. One day I asked my father, "Papa, why are we poor? Why do we always have no money?" He looked at me. His eyes were tired. But he said something I can never forget. "Son, we are not poor because of no money. We are poor because we think small. One day when you grow up, think big. That is the only way out." I did not understand then, but I remembered those words. Years passed. I went to a government school. My shoes were torn. My school bag was old, but my mind was open. I read everything. I watched people. I listened more. And I asked big questions. One day a new boy came to our class. His name was David. His father was rich. David had a new bag, a new cycle, and expensive shoes. But he also had something I didn't expect: kindness. He came and sat next to me. He smiled and said, "Hi, I'm David. Can I sit with you?" I was surprised. I said, "Yes, sure." From that day, David became my friend. We studied together, we played together, and one day he invited me to his house. Oh, I will never forget that day. His house was big, very big. There were flowers in the garden, a clean car outside, cold juice inside the fridge, and a big bookshelf in the living room. I looked around with wide eyes. David saw my face and asked, "Lorenzo, have you never seen a house like this?" I said, "No, my house is very small." He smiled and said, "My father says money is not the goal, mindset is. If your mind grows, your life grows." Again, I didn't understand fully, but my heart knew these words were important. When I turned 18, I started working in a local shop. I cleaned tables, served tea, and sometimes helped at the counter. One day, an old man came in. He looked rich, but simple. I served him tea. He looked at me and said, "Young man, what is your dream?" I was shy. I said, "I don't know, sir. I just want to earn money." He said, "Then you will earn only a little. Don't run behind money. Grow your mind first, then money will follow." That night I could not sleep. I kept thinking, my father said it. David's father said it. Now this old man said it too. Was it true? I started reading books. Books about money. Books about life. I read about rich people. I saw one thing. Rich people think different. I understood slowly. Poor mindset says, money is bad. I can't do it. It's too risky. What if I fail? But rich mindset says money is a tool. I can learn. Let's try it. Failure is a lesson. Then I remembered my father's words. We are poor because we think small. Yes, now I understood. It was all about the mind. Years passed. I saved some money. I started a small online shop. I sold handmade things from my town. It was not easy. At first, nobody bought. Some people laughed. Some said, "Lorenzo, why waste time?" But I kept going. I told myself I will not stop. My dream is big. And then one day I got my first big order. Then another, then more. I bought a better phone, a laptop. Then I hired one more person. Today, I have my own company. I help 17 workers feed their families. My mother smiles more now. My father is proud. 1. Evening I sat with my team and asked, "What made you join me when I had nothing?" One girl said, "You believe in big things. That gave us hope." My eyes were full of tears. Not because of money, but because I had broken the chain of small thinking. One day I went back to my village. I walked past the old tea shop, the same shop where I worked. The owner was still there. He looked at me and said, "Lorenzo, you look good. What are you doing now?" I smiled and said, "I run a business now. I'm trying to grow more." He looked at me with big eyes. "Wow, you have become rich." I said, "No, sir. I just changed my mindset," and I walked away with a full heart. Dear friend, are you still with me? I told you at the beginning, this story is not just about me. It is also about you. Maybe today you feel stuck. Maybe your family is poor. Maybe people around you think small. Maybe they say you can't. But I'm telling you today, you can grow, you can rise, you can shine, but only if you change your mindset. Don't think poor. Don't say, "I can't." Don't fear failure. Think big. Learn daily. Start small, but dream large. Let me tell you what I learnt in my life. Money is not bad, but money without meaning is empty. Poor people are not lazy. They just never learned the rich mindset. Failure is not the end. It is a step. No one will believe in you at first. That's okay. Believe in yourself. You can be the first in your family to change everything. You are not a tree. You can move. You can grow. One day, my little cousin asked me, "Brother, what is the secret to becoming rich?" I looked at him and said, "Change your thinking. Start now. Help others. Work hard and never stop learning." He said, "Really? Is it that simple?" I said, "Yes, but not easy. Simple, but not easy. Sometimes I sit alone and cry. Not because I am sad, but because I feel thankful for every lesson, for every failure, for every person who said no, because they pushed me to say yes to my own life." So, my dear friend, if you are still listening, I want to ask you, will you change your mindset today? Will you dream bigger? Will you break the old chain of fear and doubt? The world is waiting for you. Your story is not over. It is just starting. Please, if you found something beautiful in this story, something that touched your heart, do one small thing. Like this video. Subscribe to the channel. It is your small gift for my big effort. And I promise more amazing stories and powerful truths are coming just for you, because you are not alone. You are part of this family now. One evening, I met an old school friend named Marco. He looked tired. His clothes were dirty. His face looked sad. We sat on a bench together. He said, "Lorenzo, I heard your story. You are successful now. You are lucky." I smiled, but I said gently, "Marco, it's not luck. It's mindset. You can change too." He looked at me with tears in his eyes. He said, "I have nothing, no money, no job, no support." I held his hand and said, "You still have something. You have yourself. You have your mind. You have your time. Start small, but start today." He looked at me and asked, "But how? Where?" I said, "Start learning something new. There are free videos, free books, free ways to learn. Grow your knowledge, grow your skills. He asked, "And will money come?" I nodded. Yes. But first, grow your mind. Then money will come slowly like rain after dry days. That day I saw hope in his eyes, just a small light. But light is enough to fight darkness. Let me tell you what most people never know. A poor person can have a rich mind, and a rich person can have a poor mind. It is not about how much money you have in the bank. It is about what you believe. Let me give you some real examples from my life. I met a man who owned 3 houses, 2 cars, and a big business. But he was always afraid. Afraid of losing everything, afraid of people. He never helped others. He only said, "What if I lose all my money?" I met another man who had only 1 bicycle and a tea shop. But he gave free tea to tired workers. He smiled every morning. He believed in hard work and peace. So who do you think is richer in the heart? Yes. You understand now. It is not the money. It is the mindset. Let's go back to my own home. My mother never went to school. But she always said, "If you cannot give money, give time. If you cannot give time, give love." One day I asked her, "Ma, do you feel bad that we were poor?" She said, "No, because we were never poor in love. You became rich because you remembered where you came from." Her words stayed in my heart. Richness is not only about what you have, it is also about what you give. Now let me take you to another turning point in my life. I got invited to speak at a big event. There were many successful people in suits. I was nervous. I had never spoken on a big stage. Before going up, I closed my eyes. I thought of my small house, my father's hard hands, my mother's soft eyes, and the old torn books I used to read at night. Then I opened my eyes and walked to the stage. I looked at the people and said, "Good evening. I am Lorenzo. I used to clean tables. Today I run a company. I came here not because I was smart, but because I chose a different mindset." People listened. I told them my full story about how mindset changed my life, how fear stopped me once, how I broke free. When I finished, there was silence. Then people stood up and clapped. Some had tears. After the speech, one lady came to me. She was holding her daughter's hand. She said, "Lorenzo, my daughter lost hope, but after hearing you, she said, 'Mom, I want to try again.'" Thank you. I could not say anything. I just smiled and nodded. That one moment was more valuable than money. Let me tell you something important again. If you grow your mind, you can start your own business. You can help your family. You can inspire others. You can change your life. Money will follow you when you respect learning, when you give value, and when you stay humble. But if you only run after money, you will feel empty even if you have millions. So grow your heart, grow your character. Money will come. But peace is more important, you might ask, Lorenzo. Is it really possible for me? Yes, my friend, it is. You don't need big things to start. You only need 3 things. A strong reason. Why do you want to grow? A small step. What can you do today? A daily habit. What will you do every day? That is the secret. One boy once messaged me on social media. His name was Ishan from India. He said, "Brother Lorenzo, I live in a small village. We have cows and chickens. I want to grow, but I don't know English. I don't have a good phone. What should I do?" I replied to him, Start with what you have. Use small words, watch small videos, talk to yourself in English. Read signs on the road, speak with friends. Don't stop. One day you will fly. After 6 months, he sent me a voice message. He said in English slowly, "Hello, Brother Lorenzo, I got a job. I speak English better now, thank you." Tears came to my eyes, because that is the power of one step and one message of hope. Now I want to tell you this. Your mind is your treasure, not your phone, not your shoes, not your bank. Your mind is your true bank. If you keep it full of ideas, love, learning, and strength, you are rich even if your pocket is empty. So now, as you sit reading this story, ask yourself, what do I think about money? Do I fear it? Do I respect it? Am I ready to grow? Don't be afraid of big dreams. Don't think, who am I? You are someone special. You are someone powerful. You are someone who can change a full generation. You don't need to become like others. Just become your best self. Please, if this story touched you, made you feel something inside, do me a small favor. Click the like button. Subscribe to this channel, not just for me, but for yourself. Because by subscribing, you are saying, yes, I am ready to grow. I believe in change. I believe in the power of stories. More powerful stories are waiting. And I promise each one will give you something new, something beautiful, something to carry in your heart. Because this world doesn't need more rich people. It needs more rich minds. And that, dear friend, can start with you. Would you like me to continue this journey even further? There are more emotional turns, true stories and powerful moments I can add. Let me know if I should continue.